Today we will be teaching you about blood pressure from start to finish. We will take you through step by step,
and we'll include some helpful tips along the way. Let's get into it!
The things you'll need to measure blood pressure manually are a stethoscope, an aneroid sphygmomanometer, which is also known as a blood pressure cuff, and it comes with the cuff, the meter itself, and the pump, and an alcohol swab to clean the stethoscope. When measuring blood pressure automatically, you use a system like this, which is a digital blood pressure monitor, and is convenient when measuring your own blood pressure.
Some things to remember when taking your patient's blood pressure is to have them sitting down. This is to make sure they will have a relaxed heart and you can take an accurate blood pressure reading. Also, the patient should be sitting up straight with their arm on a flat surface and their palm facing upward.
Things to remember for the healthcare professional that's taking the blood pressure reading are to clean the earpieces of the stethoscope with an alcohol swab before use, and when placing them in your ear, make sure the tips are facing forward. Also, ensure that the bell of the stethoscope is closed by simply rotating the tube. Otherwise, you will not be able to hear the patient's pulse. When dealing with the blood pressure cuff, ensure it is completely deflated by loosening the valve, which then releases the air. To tighten the valve again, turn it right. A way to remember this is right is tight and left is loose.
Now, we will demonstrate how to properly take blood pressure.
The first step for the healthcare provider is to wash their hands. Before starting, find the patient's pulse by getting your 2 fingers and placing it on their brachial artery, which is located on the medial part of the arm. Line up the arrow on the cuff with the brachial artery, ensuring that the cuff is tight. Now place the stethoscope under the cuff where the pulse was found and apply pressure. Now tighten the valve and pump until the meter reaches 200. Do not pump until the valve is completely tightened, otherwise it can damage the equipment. Once it reaches 200, slowly loosen the valve so the air can be released. Keep your eye on the meter, and the moment you hear a pulse, that is the systolic reading. The moment the pulse ends, that is the diastolic reading. After hearing the last pulse, you can completely release the air by loosening the valve. Now the patient's blood pressure has been taken and you can remove all the equipment.
After taking blood pressure, you're left with 2 readings, the systolic reading and the diastolic reading. The systolic reading is a measurement of pressure in the arteries when the heart contracts, and the diastolic reading is a measurement of pressure in the arteries when the heart relaxes. Together, they form blood pressure. An average adult has a blood pressure of 120/80.
And that's about it, so I hope you guys found this helpful,
and thanks for watching!